the previous episode of Adventures in Trucking with Indiana Jack.
Well, we just got the green light, and that means they finished loading us. Thank goodness. And it only took them about a half an hour. I'm pretty bummed though. It ended up being 44,000 pounds, not 12,000 like. They sent me here specifically because I asked for a lighter load. And she said, yeah, the brokers do that all the time. Something about transload, blah, blah, blah. They put it in all of these loads at 12,000 pounds when really they're 44,000. So now we gotta weigh somewhere.
You're watching Adventures in Trucking with Indiana Jack. Stay tuned.
Dang, it's freezing here. I gotta get back. It's not the cold as much as it is the wind, which makes it twice as cold. It's 42 degrees, so it's really not that cold, but the wind makes it. Everybody in there was complaining about the cold. That's why I'm complaining to you guys. Well, we scaled out okay, as you can see. But she is heavy, heavier than what I like. Did you notice this pilot here? They took the name off of this truck stop. I forget what it used to be called. Fort Wayne Truck Stop on that sign up there, but it had a different name on it. So I don't know if pilot is just the fuel or if they actually own the property. I don't know that. So we're going to get on our way here after we look at this cab over here. Nice Kenworth. I'd like to just get out and take pictures all day, but I would not make any money. About 50 miles till we hit Indianapolis here on 69. Rolling down the road. You know, my friend Jacob asked me yesterday, does your carrier hire weird people? And I got to thinking a little bit. I said, well, you'd have to define weird people. And maybe you should call them odd. But then when I think of walking in a terminal, I don't see a lot of odd or weird people. My mind automatically went to the Star Wars bar scene. And I can truthfully say when I worked for Warner just for the first year as a new trucker, I remember going in their terminals and thinking of Star Wars bar characters in a Warner terminal were much more of a percentage than in my current carrier. I'm not saying I haven't seen some weird ones or odd, but trucking itself attracts some odd people. And I do want to throw this out. I had a positive experience at Warner when you'd go to Warner to Omaha to their offices and you walked through the halls there and went in the cafeteria where the normal people are, there were just regular, working class, regular people. But when you would go to the terminal, there were more rough cut, odd people. So my question to you, since you're riding along with me at your terminal, do you see odd people? And we would have to just define odd. To me, an odd person is somebody that's maybe unkept, unshowered, antisocial. I'm a little bit antisocial, but you get me alone with somebody, I'll have a conversation all day, but in a group, I don't like to compete with the loudmouth guy that's dominating the whole conversation. I think you know who I'm talking about. In every group of people having a conversation, there's always that one guy that's dominating the conversation. So to answer the question, you guys should fill in the blank. Do you think people you see at your terminal are odd? Or we could even open it up more to truck stops. I do see odd people there. But let's just take it one step further. If there were the kind of meeting place like truckers have at a truck stop where we gather, if plumbers had a plumber stop, or accountant stop for accountants or whatever career, what percentage of those people would be odd or weird? I don't know. Good question. Food for thought here at Adventures in Trucking. We're in Brazil, Indiana. I stopped at the Loves back there near Indianapolis, and the line to get in there was out all the way out to the freeway almost, so I came up here. I'm not sure why everybody wants to stop at that particular Loves. I forget the name of the city, just outside of Indianapolis. I think Indianapolis is still feeling the pain of not having that Flying J open. And it was near lunchtime, so everybody's there for lunch. And of course I get the coolant alarm on Old Red, and for those of you who have been watching a long time know the relationship I have with the coolant alarm. So I'm going to put some coolant in, see if I can find a leak. And hopefully it's not a leak inside the engine this time. And what I'm going to do this time that I didn't do last time is get oil analysis. If we can't find a leak. And hopefully we'll have a quick spot. Ooh, how about this one? Nice and out of the way. And let's check that coolant. For those of you that watched the video of my truck breaking down a couple of years ago, I talked about this blue coolant. And Cummins had told me if I didn't use it, it would void the warranty of the work they did on my truck. And I had a hard time finding it. Well, I've been able to find it. So if you go to Freightliner dealers, they have it. Ironically, I went into a Volvo dealer, and they didn't know what it was. They said they hadn't carried it for years, so in that regard, Volvo is way behind the times, in my opinion. So, go to Freightliner to get this blue coolant. Well, what's frustrating, it doesn't even look low. I mean, it's still at the acceptable level, but the alarm's going off. It could be the sensor, but my truck's leaning like that. So the coolant is going to the other side right now. So well, I'll just make it happy and put a little bit in. Now if it goes off, I'll know it's the sensor because it's filled. I can't put any more in, otherwise you're not supposed to overflow them. So. I don't see a leak anywhere. Not on the ground, no place. Let's check this side out. Here, you guys are skinnier. Let's let you get up in there. See, most of the mechanics are skinny and they get up in there and they find it right away, but I really want to find the leak because I don't want it to be leaking into the engine. Speaking of leaks, I'm checking to see if my ice is still, if there's still enough ice in my ice box. Yeah, we still got plenty of ice down there. And it's been 24 hours since we put the ice in there, so the cooler's doing its job. Now look at this, all these guys have boxed me in. It's 3 trucks deep now, and now I can't get out of here. I'm gonna have to back up into the fuel island that's busy, or the driveway. Oh well. Well, everything was great until we hit this. Traffic jam of traffic jams. Been stopped here for 10 minutes. I mean, completely stopped. My air brakes are on, so. We're approaching Terre Haute, so I don't know if there's construction up there or what. Effingham, Illinois, the crossroads of Illinois. And I just took my 30-minute break here. We're gonna let this white Kenworth go. And as you can see, it started to rain again, just like how we started out this morning. Well, wouldn't you know, he's going the opposite way. I should have just went. I made the mistake of laying down in my sleeper. I never do that on my 30-minute break. Never. And it sure did make me tired. I don't feel rested now. Everyone says, well, you're supposed to exercise on your 30-minute break. I wasn't tired. weird. I just laid
At
down
600
for a
feet,
minute.
take the entrance to the right on I-57 South I-70 West.
And it made me drowsy. But I'm not drowsy now, obviously. Because you guys are here to talk to. I'm only going to drive another 100 miles. We're not under the gun. And I'm kind of glad I took my break now. A huge cell of thunderstorms went through while we were stopped. You know, it was the kind where there's hail and wind and everything.
In 2.5 miles, keep to the left on I-57 South. Approaching destination in 700 feet, on the left side.
Well, we're here at Love's. This is the one where they expanded all the parking.
You have arrived at your destination, on the left side. Love's travel stop number 318.
Oh, they're still working on it. Dang, they're taking over the whole neighborhood. You know what? They need it on this route. This used to be a really, really small Love's until they opened up all the parking. This parking that you're seeing right here. Well, we'll see if we can find some cool trucks to look at. Yeah, that you see right there, that's what the Love's used to be. That's it. I'm going to get a spot where we're not going to have 100 trucks parked in front of me in the morning. It rained solid all the way from Effingham to here. The rain kind of takes something out of you. Makes you more stressed, I think. Until you stop, like right now, and then you're fully relaxed. And you're ready to go to bed. And here's what we have to do tomorrow. Only 264 miles tomorrow. And then we'll be picking up a load in Memphis going to Houston. And I plan on taking you guys with me the whole way. From the Love's truck stop, I'm going to bed because I'm tired. Actually, I'm going to eat dinner first and then I'm going to go to bed. So, see you in the morning. Well, good morning. I'm sorry you caught me with a mouth of food again. Still in Ena, just getting out of here. Old Red's in good shape this morning. Her pre-trip inspection went fine. And we only have about 5 hours to go before we hit Memphis. And it's 4:09. To that person that wrote me and said, "You never say the time." 4:09 a.m. Oh, and it's 65 degrees. What a difference what it was in South Bend. It was in the low 30s the other day when we were there in the nighttime. Trucks this morning. It got pretty full, just about full. Here at the Loves. We're getting some fuel here in I don't know what town this is. We're about 3 hours out of Memphis and right on schedule. Be there about 9 o'clock this morning. Gonna fill up the coffee and get rolling. part of the country, going over the Mississippi River into Tennessee. And we definitely see barges all the time going up and down the Mississippi River, hauling just about everything. It's 66 degrees here. And it's 8:30. In the morning. And we hit Tennessee. We dropped off and now I'm picking up this trailer. So we're just hooking it up and finishing it up. There was a problem here with the load, so it took me quite a while. This morning was easy, I just dropped at a yard. But now we're hooking up. The problem was they didn't give me the right pickup number, so once we got that squared away, everything was fine. So we'll be on our way now. All right, we did all our paperwork, and Rand McNally says it's 617 miles from here to Houston. And I think we can do it. Last time I was here, it was raining. Some of you were with me at that time, and I remember because I couldn't say the name of this city. Byhalia. Byhalia. Byhalia, I think I got it. And basically we're going to stay on 40 to Little Rock. And then in Texarkana, cut down through Texas. I don't think we're going to have any rain like we did yesterday and this morning. The problem with this area is none of it's in the map yet. No maps have this street, these buildings, nothing. America is still growing. Come on.
Before you leave YouTube, be sure to subscribe so you'll get a notification of our new films coming in the future. Also, you may want to swing by our Facebook page at facebook.com/IndianaJack and say hello there.